What would you do to get a bracha? Where would you go? You were desperate for something. God forbid someone's sick in the family. You travel to Eretz Yisrael. You wait online for hours to get a bracha. What about if I could get you a bracha from God, from Hashem? Hashem can give you a bracha. What would you do to get a bracha from Hashem? So here we got the answer. This week's Parsha, the Jews get blessed and cursed. And it's funny though, because the Torah starts off, it says, Elu yamdu levarech es ha'am al har grizim, ve'elu yamdu al haklala, and then the Torah just writes, Arur. And it goes through 11 curses. Cursed be the one who has avodah zarah in his house, keeps it in hiding. And cursed be the one who curses his father and mother. Masagvul, if you impinge on your friend's property, Arur. All right, what happened to the Baruch? Where'd the Baruch go? Where's the bracha? So Rashi tells us, hey, not so, don't worry about it. He says, when they got up there, they said, first, Baruch, and then they said the entire pasuk with a Baruch. Baruch ha'ish asher lo yaseh pasol masecha. And then they said, Arur. Okay. So if you want a bracha from Hashem, we got to focus on these 11 things. Let's figure out how to get it. So what are they? So I mentioned a few of them, and they seem to be pretty random. There's a God of avodah zarah, and there's masagvul, there's lashon hara, and there's some arayas, bestiality, taking a bribe. What's the theme? Is there a common theme amongst these klolos? What does it take to get cursed by God? So the first points out, he says, if you look closely, all 11 things are done baseser. It's mentioned explicitly in two of the psukim, but it says it's something done in hiding, in secrecy, meaning you're putting up a front. It says, Ma'aka re'eu baseser. That means you seem to be friends with a guy, but behind his back you badmouth him. So he doesn't know where this is coming from. He can't figure it out. You see, that's besides being bad, it's cruel. There's a hashchasa. There's something wrong with you. We can pinpoint something and say that's like a hashchasa. A guy who does that, there's something corrupt about him. The phrase Chazal would say is that he's not teiche kabari. His inside and outside doesn't match. He puts up a front. He has avodah zarah baseser. That means on the outside it looks like a good from guy, but on the inside he's got his little avodah zarah going on. On the outside, he seems to honor his parents, but in private, he curses them. Hashchas is something which we can all appreciate deserves an arur. Okay, so what does it take to get a bracha? Not too complicated. Just be a good person, good, decent guy. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I'll give you a bracha. Teiche kabari. Being consistent, being the inside and outside match. You're not a steer, you're not living a contradiction. Sounds simple, but sometimes it gets difficult. The Alter of Slobodka would say another point. He'd said, you know what it is? We want to be, the way we are on the outside, we want to be like we are on the inside. He says more than that. He says, look inside to you. Let's look inside of ourselves. What is on our inside? So we have a neshama inside. Hashem gave us something huge. He gave us a neshama with koyach to be like Him. That we have a mitzvah to emulate HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We have a mitzvah to emulate Him. He said, make sure your outside is like your inside. Allow that to come out. So if we're looking for a bracha, we don't have to travel too far. We have to travel inside. And let's look inside of us and find that neshama and let's bring it out.